Hey everyone, this is Mei Yu and welcome to another manga drawing tutorial. Before I begin today's drawing, I'd like to thank you so much for all your kind thoughts and wishes in my previous video. I really appreciate all of your support, you guys. My family is slowly recovering, so I'm happy. Thank you everyone, I love you guys. Today's drawing is a slower, detailed tutorial as many of you have suggested. I want to give you guys the full, complete, step-by-step experience. If this is too detailed for you, check out my Fun2draw tutorials or my easy manga videos. For more detailed manga like today's drawing, see my other manga videos. I hope my different art can help you in different ways. Okay, I'm going to draw Taylor Swift as a manga character from her Bad Blood music video. I'll show you how to draw her gorgeous hair, her striking eye makeup, her earrings, and a little bit of her outfit. So first I'll take my B pencil and I'll start with a circle for the head. Of course, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle, as long as I have a round shape as a guide to where the skull is going to be. Okay, once I have that, let's draw a slanted line coming down from one side. And basically I'll draw it all the way down here to form the lower part of the face, like the jaw, the cheeks, and the pointy chin. So the pointy chin could be right around here, and then I'll just draw a little point like that for more. I'll draw a little point like that for manga look.